and welcome to the Stepping Into Your Calling podcast. It is time to ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. Am I good enough? Why do I feel so sad? Am I doing everything I can do? Do they hate me? Is there something better for me out there? Whether you're a single woman trying to live a more joyful life, a married woman struggling in your relationship, or a mother trying to be the best parent you can be, this is the podcast for you. The Stepping Into Your Calling podcast is a live workshop style health and fitness podcast packed with actionable steps that will help you live a more fulfilling life. Host Sol Lagunas brings her knowledge as a registered nurse, mother of 3 children, wife, student, and faith-based leader to inspire you to step into your calling without fear. Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Stepping Into Your Calling podcast. As always, remember that this is for educational purposes only. Take what you need and leave what you don't. Today is the start of a new month, so happy March 1st. I know a lot of us use this time of the month to start fresh. But remember, you don't always have or need a new month or a new week to start what you've been contemplating or what's been in your heart. Today, I want to talk to the person who feels overwhelmed with life, who feels like they are burnt out. I know you're out there. I felt that not too long ago. I felt like my whole world was coming down at once, and it was one thing after another. So I want to talk to that person who is overwhelmed at this moment. I want to tell you that it is okay to take a deep breath. It is okay to take a time out. It is okay to give yourself a break and say that you need help. I am the type of person that will commit myself to multiple things at once, and I will follow through with those commitments because the person that I am does not allow me to slack in any department of my life. But with that being said, what does take a toll is my mental capacity to go through with all of the things that I need to do. So I understand if you're feeling like you're not enough, or if you're feeling burnt out with a certain situation, or if there's multiple things that are on your plate and you're just like, where and when and how am I going to get all of this done? Like I said, it's important to have that self-awareness that you are not able to do all the things alone. It's okay to ask for help. I think that being a woman, it's hard because we are raised and taught to do everything for everyone. We are told that we need to be there for our kids, that we need to be there for our husband and for our families. But at the end of the day, it's important to take care of you. It's important to take care of your mental health. It's important to take care of your body and nourish it. And it is not a selfish act to look out for yourself, because honestly, if you don't look out for you, who will? And if we are expecting for someone else to take care of us the way we need to be taken care of, we are going to be disappointed, and that's going to cause another feeling or another reason to feel overwhelmed. And I just want to remind you that whether you are a believer or not, the universe and God has your back. That there is nothing that you can't accomplish, and there's nothing that you can't do if that is what you're being called to do. God knew you would be enough for the children that you have. God knew that you would be enough for that job that seems overwhelming. God knew you would be enough to be in a partnership with the person that you're living with. It's important that I say, when I've gone through the hardest times of my life, I've leaned on God for strength, and I've surrendered my control over to Him, because that's the only way I felt relief and peace and everything that was going around me. And I've recently finished reading a book called Do It Afraid by Joyce Meyer. And I want to read a couple of sentences from the book. And I hope that it hits you and it resonates with what you're going through right now. So here we go. Whatever you are facing, if you will just take that first step, the next one, and the one after, that won't be so difficult. God shows up when we take action, not when we do nothing. And I find that when I'm overwhelmed, I tend to freeze. I don't know if you are feeling this way, where you're frozen in time, where you don't want to get up from bed, when you don't want to even prepare a meal for yourself, or heck, maybe you don't even want to jump in the shower because your thoughts are so overwhelming that they make you freeze. I do lean on God for strength, but God requires me to get up from bed. He asks me to do the very minimal, basic life necessities, such as eating, drinking water, bathing, and taking care of myself. Once I have all of those things in place, He shows up, ready to fight the battles that I wasn't called to fight. And that's something that you need to remember, is that any battle that you're facing, anything that's making you feel overwhelmed, is a battle. It's not meant for you to fight alone. And whether it is leaning on God for strength and peace, or whether it is asking for help to your spouse or maybe your parents, that's okay. You're not weak because you're asking for help. In fact, it's the total opposite. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. If you've ever heard that, or if that was something that you grew up seeing, I want to bust that myth right now, because we all need help. It doesn't matter if you are Superwoman or Superman. You need help, and it's okay. And if no one told you that it was okay, I'm telling you now, it's okay. I want you to ask for help. You need it. Whether it's help from God, or like I said, from your family, friends, or your spouse, it's okay. Even therapists need a therapist. And it sounds ironic. They're giving advice or they're listening to other people, but who listens to them? And that's something that I personally struggled with, is understanding the fact that yes, I am taking care of my kids. Yes, I'm taking care of my husband. And even at work as a nurse, I have to take care of my patients. And I don't have to, I want to. I want to provide that experience, or that good experience for them at the end of their life. But who takes care of me? And those are the questions that I no other people are asking themselves. I know you're asking yourself that. You're taking care of everything, but who's taking care of you? And that's a valid question to ask. And I would say that if you're asking yourself, who's going to take care of me? My biggest recommendation or my biggest golden nugget is you. You take care of yourself. And you don't take care of yourself after you've taken care of 10 people. You take care of yourself first. How do you start doing that? There's multiple ways. There's not a one size fits all strategy for taking care of yourself. But what I do is I prioritize what I enjoy the most, and I make it a point to do that on a regular basis. And that does not mean every single day I have to do certain thing to feel good, right? Sometimes we just need a boost. Sometimes we just need one day of a timeout where we can go and have breakfast with ourselves. Maybe we want to go and watch a movie by ourselves or try that new gym that's across the street by ourselves. That's all okay, but I definitely prioritize, and I recommend that you prioritize doing the things that you love to do. And that's going to look different for you, and it's going to look different for me, and it's going to look different for another person. The thing is that if you don't prioritize yourself, if you don't write down your name on your planner to make sure that you block that time out for yourself, who is going to do that for you? I am 33 years old. I don't necessarily recall someone coming up to me and saying, you know what? You need time for yourself. And I don't think I realized that I needed that time either. I think it took years of feeling overwhelmed, living on empty, and stress to really trigger me to start taking care of myself first. And now the people around me know that that is important to me and they respect that. It's almost like setting a boundary, right? We can go on about setting boundaries around our kids, around our house, around our faith and our beliefs and values. But do you ever think about setting a boundary on yourself and your self-care and your mind and your body? I want you to think of the last time that you actually said, you know what? Today I'm taking a free day. I'm going to do all the things that I enjoy to do and screw everybody else. And I know screw everyone else sounds a little harsh, and I don't mean it in a literal sense, but I mean it in a way to just get you to look at the bigger picture. Because sometimes we're in such a deep hole of overwhelmness that we don't even see the light at the end of that tunnel. And I know that right now you think that the whole world is coming down and that you have so much responsibility laying on your shoulders. And I want to give you permission to screw everybody else. Screw everything. It's you against the world. Have you ever heard of that saying, how do you eat an elephant? And depending on the type of person that you are, you're going to automatically say, you can't eat an elephant. Or, ew, who the hell does that? But to the person who is ready to walk into their calling by saying, screw everything, screw everyone, I come first, I can be selfish, I am important, you will answer this question by saying, one bite at a time. And that's what I want you to know, is that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like everything that you are going through right now seems too much to handle, take it one step at a time. You do not have to do everything by yourself, but keep yourself at the forefront of anything that you need to do, and lean on God for that strength that you need right now, because you are capable of doing so much more than you can possibly think or imagine. You are equipped for every good work God has planned in your life. And He knows what He is going to put you through. And He is going to give you that strength to walk and be obedient to what He has called you to do. So yes, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, but it is also okay to ask for help, and it's more than perfectly okay to put yourself first. Remember, do the things that you enjoy, the things that bring a smile to your face. What is that for you? What does that look like? Is that going out with friends? Is that going on a spa day? Is that just driving in the middle of nowhere and staying in silence with your thoughts and your ideas? What will bring a smile to your face? And prioritize that. Put that on the calendar. Label it Me Day. Make it a holiday. Make it fun so that you're able to get up and do it. And do it afraid. Don't worry about what other people are going to say, because they are worried about themselves, just like you should be worried about yourself. And I hope that this helps you to get out of that rut, to get out of that feeling of overwhelmness. Get up, do the things one step at a time. Take care of yourself, take care of your mind and your body. And that is going to look different for you. Just make sure you prioritize it. You are more than capable of doing all the things. And I'm going to end it with a verse from the Bible, because I feel like you need to hear this. It's one of my favorite verses of the Bible. This verse is from Psalms 139, verse 14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. When you truly believe that everything that you're going through are the works of the Lord, are the works of God, you know that you can overcome any obstacle that you're being thrown at. And I don't say that lightly, because it took me a long time to understand that. I would fight with my stress and the reasons of my stress. And until I started believing that God is planning everything in my life, and all I have to do is just take it one step at a time and surrender my control to Him, lean on Him for strength. That's when I truly began to live a more fearless life. And that doesn't mean that I am fully shielded from feeling overwhelmed. Like I said, I felt this way last week where I did not know how I was going to make it through. But I did, because the Lord is not going to give me something that I can't handle. And He is not going to give you something that you can't handle. And if you're not a believer, remember that the universe has your back. That all the cards that you're being dealt with are for a bigger purpose. And you may not know what that purpose is yet. But when you look back at your life and you reminisce at all the things that you've been through, that should be enough to get you up and get you moving. You're overwhelmed right now, but it's not going to be forever. It's temporary. Take it one step at a time. Be gentle with yourself. Ask for help. Prioritize you. You are important. You matter. You are enough and more than capable of overcoming everything that you're going through right now. Don't give up that easily. Keep fighting. For you, I love Mel Robbins because she always ends her episodes with something sweet. And I want to do that for you today. I want you to know that you're important to me, that you matter, that I am so proud of everything that you've accomplished this far, that you're enough, you're beautiful, you're amazing. And if I ever get to meet you in person, I will give you a big, big hug, because I know that what you're going through is hard, but you're not alone. I'm here with you. I will be your biggest cheerleader. Do not give up. Until next time, have an amazing day. And if no one has told you, I love you. I am so happy you just finished listening to that podcast. If you don't mind, after this is done, go and rate the podcast. That's the only way more people are going to be able to get reached. More knowledge is going to be spread, and more lives are going to be changed. So if you don't mind doing that favor for me, I would appreciate you. I already appreciate you for listening to this podcast. I love you so much. Thank you for being such a great person and super supportive. I cannot wait for you to listen to the next one. Till then, have a good day.